It's been a while since a video was posted. Life kind of got in the way. Nevertheless, this is the second of two videos capturing a nature photography trip of a lifetime, Costa Rica. As was said in the first video, Costa Rica is one of the holy grails of wildlife photography, especially birds. This video captures the last several days of a Rhodes Scholar educational travel adventure, digital photography in nature, capturing the best of Costa Rica. Good friend and fellow photographer Dan accompanied me on the adventure. After flying to Costa Rica's capital, San Jose, and spending several days in the Selva Verde rainforest, we began relocation to another bird haven. After an early breakfast, luggage was loaded and we checked out of Selva Verde Lodge. The drive took us south, over the mountains, through San Jose, southeast into another mountain range, and then to San Gerardo de Dota. En route, the bus ascended the mountains, passing many pineapple, strawberry, and coffee farms plantations. A brief stop was made at the Basilica of Our Lady of the Angels in Cartaga, Costa Rica. The Basilica de Nuestra Señora de los Angeles, that is, Our Lady of the Angels Basilica, is a Roman Catholic basilica dedicated to Virgin de los Pardas, officially known as Virgin de los Angeles, the Lady of the Angels. After climbing to an elevation of 10,000 feet, the bus weaved its way down a one-lane switchback road to the San Gerardo de Dota Valley. The small and secluded valley of San Gerardo de Dota is located at approximately 7,500 feet in the western flank of the Serra de la Muerta, also known as Death Mountain. Measuring approximately 25.5 miles from its source in the mountains of San Gerardo de Dota to its mouth in the Pacific Ocean, the Savegre River is considered the cleanest river on the Central American Pacific coast and is the fifth cleanest in the world. The Savegre River Basin is part of the UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. We arrived at Savegre Lodge late in the afternoon, checked in, and were overwhelmed by the beautiful gardens and lodge infrastructure. We woke up early Saturday morning, departing the lodge at 5:15 a.m. in an attempt to spot the rare, elusive, resplendent quetzal. The quetzal had been observed earlier in the week feeding on avocados in the mountains. After a short drive, the bus was parked alongside the road, and we climbed a steep, narrow path from the single-lane road to a viewpoint near an agocatilla tree of the avocado family where they had been observed feeding the previous morning. I was fortunate to be the first to spot the colorful bird sitting on a lower agocatilla tree limb about 25 yards from where we were standing. Note the long tail. Because of its undulating pattern of the tail during flight, the bird is known as a serpent of the sky. Endangered due to deforestation, these creatures are notoriously difficult to find in nature around the world. It can be observed in southern Mexico and Central America. It is infrequently seen in the mountains of southern Arizona. The species is well known for its colorful and complex plumage that differs substantially between sexes. Males have iridescent green plumes, a red lower breast and belly, black inner wings, and a white undertail, while females are duller and have a shorter tail. Gray lower breasts, bellies, and bills, along with bronze-green heads, are characteristic of females. Seemingly, after observing and photographing the resplendent quetzal, anything and everything left on the trip would be considered anticlimactic. Not to be outdone, the endemic hummingbirds of the mountains of San Gerardo de Dota put on quite a show in the afternoon. We traveled by private van to a hummingbird haven, Batsu Garden, designed specifically for birdwatching and photography. Feeders and fruits attract the birds to viewing platforms, while trails winding through the blooming gardens had been established to enhance birdwatching and photography. This provided a great opportunity for fast-speed photography, field flash photography, and birds in flight. I shot over 1,000 photos of hummingbirds while there. On Sunday, after breakfast, spent touring the gardens and greenhouses of Savegri Lodge at San Gerardo de Dota for the purpose of practicing macro photography. This lodge hosted our group for 3 nights and days during the tour. Of course, Dan and I were drawn to the hummingbird. A flame-colored tanager also made an appearance. It was a lifer for both Dan and me. And then we were off to Salis National Park and Cerro de la Muerta. Salis, one of Costa Rica's newest national parks, covers 12,355 acres, encompassing 3 types of highland tropical forest and 14 different ecosystems. More than 116 species of mammals can be found here. The terrain ranges from mountains to lakes of glacial origin. Cerro de la Muerta is the 3rd highest peak in Costa Rica, standing over 11,000 feet, and crowning the Continental Divide along the Talamantic mountain range. The area exhibits the typical vegetation of tropical regions, mainly formed by shrubs and short plants, all adapted to cold temperatures and high levels of UV rays, and known as subalpine paramo. On the return to the lodge for lunch, our program manager spotted a resplendent quetzal sitting on a tree limb adjacent to the mountain road. Everyone got to observe the bird and make photographs. Further down the mountain road, these idyllic scenes illustrated the pure beauty of the area. A great way to end the day. We loaded luggage and departed the Savegri Lodge in the mountains of San Gerardo de Dota relatively early, ending a great 3 days of photography and birding. Our Rhodes Scholar bus ascended from the valley floor at 7,200 feet to the Pan Am Highway at about 12,000 feet. Lunch was at the restaurant Los Colibris, part of the Paraiso Quetzal Lodge, a sustainability-focused destination located in central Costa Rica by Los Quetzales National Park. After submitting our lunch orders, most of us waited on the large deck to experience the montane cloud forest of Talamanca, Costa Rica, and photographing the many hummingbirds darting about the open-air area. Lunch was savory Costa Rica cuisine cooked on a firewood stove, followed by a delicious latte. After lunch, the drive took us to our hotel near the San Jose International Airport, our final destination. A farewell dinner at the hotel ended this great Rhodes Scholar program. After a long, leisurely breakfast on Tuesday, we returned to the room to pack for flying home. Our shuttle driver picked us up before 11 a.m., and we arrived at the airport in plenty of time to go through security and find our gate. The plane departed on time at full capacity. I shared a row of 3 seats with 2 other big old boys, and we were shoulder to shoulder the 4+ hours from San Jose to Atlanta. It was such a relief to be on the ground and have some space. After going through customs and then U.S. security, we caught a transporter to the correct concourse and walked to the gate, where we waited for several hours to catch a midnight plane to Little Rock. After arriving in Little Rock, the car was retrieved from long-term parking, and the hour-long drive to Hot Springs Village followed. This was truly a photographic trip of a lifetime. Thank you for watching. Prayers for a great week. Goodbye for now, and connect with us again for future episodes.